A warm welcome to my dear parents, respected teachers, my dear friends, and my dear students. In today's lecture session, I have interested to share my knowledge with air pollution. Okay, so in air pollution, there are four different stages we are going to discuss in this class. From that, the first one is introduction of air pollution. Second one is classification of air contaminants. Third one is sources of air contaminants. Fourth one is classification of air pollutants based on its formation. Okay. Air is the most important component in our ecosystem. Okay. In the world, each and every living organisms are utilizing the pure air for their respiration. Okay. Each and every individual human beings are breathing 22,000 times in a day. Okay. At that time, we are utilizing 16 kilogram of the air. So, the pure air is essential for our healthiest life. Okay. Nowadays, the air is being contaminated by various human activities. Okay, the air should be properly preserved. Then only we can get the healthiest life. Okay, so we have to save the air. What is the meaning of air contaminants? Some of the natural substances as well as some of the artificially produced toxic harmful substances will be admixed with the air. Okay, these will be polluting the air as well as in the same time they are producing some other harmful effects to our human body. Okay, so these contaminants are categorized into three major categories. From that, the first one is natural contaminants, second one is gases and vapors, and third one is particulates. The first one is natural contaminants. So in this category, four examples have been mentioned. Okay, from that, the first one is pollen grains from the plants, bacteria, then spores of microorganisms, as well as volcanic eruption. Okay, so these four are the examples of natural contaminants. Okay, then in second category, gases as well as vapors. In this category, the examples of gases as well as vapors, it has been mentioned here. Okay, I told already 6 different types of gases and vapors. So first one, sulfur and its compounds, sulfur dioxide, sulfur trioxide, dihydrogen sulfide, then mercaptan. Okay, then nitrogen and its compounds, nitrogen monoxide, nitrous oxide and ammonia. Then carbon and its compounds, examples carbon dioxide, carbon monoxide and ozone. Okay, then the organic compounds, the examples aldehydes as well as hydrocarbons. Okay, then the fifth one is halogen and its compounds, hydrochloric acid as well as hydrofluoric acid. Okay, then the last one is radioactive elements, the examples iodine as well as uranium. In air contaminants, the third category, particulates. Okay, so the particulates are soften, smooth, fine solid particles. These might be released from various industries as well as factories. Okay, mostly the automobile vehicles, they are releasing lot of particulates. Okay, the next part is sources of air contaminants. Before entering into the sources of air contaminants, we should have known the reason for studying about air contaminants. So, if we have known the proper reason for the source of air contaminants means it can be minimized by our human activities. Okay, now the air contaminants are categorized into two major categories. From that, the first one is natural source, second one is artificial source. Natural source of air contaminants. Man is using nature for their basic needs. Our environment is also polluted since then. For example, the man is began to use the fire, he started to pollute the environment also. Okay, natural contaminants are categorized into two subtypes. From that, the first one is volcanic eruption and the second one is plant reproductants. The first category, volcanic eruption. At the time of this, it releases lot of dust particles, toxic gases as well as sand particles. It is very dangerous to our human life. Okay. Then in second category, the plant reproductants. For examples, pollen grains from the plants, then fungal spores. These will be released from the plants. Here, the most important example have been mentioned. For example, the pollen grains from the Parthenium plant, it produces allergy in the respiratory system of our human body. Okay. The next one is artificial contaminants. Here, in this category, the air is being polluted by deforestation as well as different human activities. Here, the air pollutants are released from all synthetic sources. They are polluting the air in different ways. The examples have been mentioned here. Okay. From that, agricultural activities, combustion use of fossil fuels, industrial as well as factories, transportation of vehicular smoke for war. These are the 5 different examples of synthetic source of, artificial source of air contaminants. Okay. Now, we will see the classification of air pollutants based on its formation. Okay. From that, the first one is primary pollutants. These pollutants are released from the specific sources and it can be identified. So, already known things only. Sulfur compounds, nitrogen compounds, oxygen and carbon compounds, smallest particles, the particle size ranging from 1 to 100 micron. Okay. And then carbon compounds, organic compounds, radioactive elements, nitrogen compounds and halogen compounds. Okay. Then in second category, the pollutants are known as secondary pollutants. Okay. First, primary air pollutants. These types of air pollutants are released from specific types of sources. Okay. For example, already known things only. Sulfur compounds, carbon compounds, oxygen compounds, nitrogen compounds, radioactive elements, halogen compounds, organic compounds, as well as the smallest particles size ranging from 1 to 100 micron. Okay. Then the secondary air pollutants. These types of secondary air pollutants are obtained from the primary air pollutants because these will be produced by photochemical reaction as well as heat reactions. The efficiency of secondary air contaminants will be having higher efficiency than the primary air contaminants. Okay, this effect will be called as synergism effect. The examples of secondary air pollutants are ozone, formaldehyde, peroxyacetyl nitrate, peroxybenzyl nitrate, peroxypropyl nitrate, smoke, and the last one is acid granules as well as acid droplets. These are the examples of both primary as well as secondary air contaminants. Okay, in next session, in next class, we'll discuss about the preventive measures, control and the effects of air pollution in human. That will be discussed. Okay, thank you all. Thank you very much.